Hi, everybody. I'm in a new room. I'm in my bedroom because I changed where I do my knitting now, besides in front of the television. I made a corner of my bedroom my knitting corner. And I got a big table. I got a yarn. I'm going to try to show you. I know you probably have one, but I don't. I didn't. There's my yarn spin ball winder. Here's my Swift. So proud of my Swift. I've been winding up all kinds of yarn. I've been winding everything into cakes, with my new equipment. I got a scale to when the pattern says weigh your yarn and when it's halfway done do this and that. I got a scale. I got a bunch of these jars for solar dyeing. I've been doing some solar dyeing where you put the yarn in there, put the water and the vinegar and the colors, and then you put it out in the sun instead of heating it on the stove. I'm just having a ball here. I'm having a good time with all my new equipment and my new place. It's just a little corner of my bedroom. And I have lots of things to show for a change. Yes. But first of all, I want to say, don't you hate this thing here? Oh, I wish that would go away. I'm on the diet again. I'm on the keto again. I've lost 10 pounds. Another 10 pounds, But I guess that's here to stay, my little turkey neck. Dang. There's a wildlife truck outside on there trying to round up my kitty. I hope not. My kitty's a wild kitty that decided to come inside. Yep, animal control. Oh dear. I think Kitty's on the couch, so he's safe. Okay, I made a bunch of stuff. First of all, let's see. I finished this one. I think I showed you when I was making it. It's a nice big old scarf made with Knit Picks straw, and it's a color they don't have anymore called Red Wing Blackbird. But it turned into an asymmetrical thing. It's crocheted, that's why it made this great pattern. If this was knitted, I think those would be stripy, although I still haven't tested it to see. But it's a nice thing. I think I got you on books. See, I think if I put it down a little bit. There, one less book. All right. So that makes a cheerful thing for the winter. Oh, it's still hot here though. Can't wear it now. That was fun to make. I made that a long time ago. And of course I've been dyeing yarn a lot. It's fun, so I do it a lot. And I've got more yarn than I can use up in a short while. I mean, God. This is just some of it. You see all that? That's just some of them. I hope I'm doing that right. But anyway, of course I had to go out and buy some more. I bought this cotton. I bought the cotton to make this. Another crocheted shawl, but much bigger. I figure, it's September, so eventually it's going to start getting cool. And I can wear this. It's just cotton. It's very thin. It's DK cotton. And it was 4 colors. There's this reddish one. There's a yellow. There's a green. And a beautiful purpley blue. And I just tried to mix it all up. And oh, it's just nice. It feels so good. Nice on the thin side cotton, Ooh, it's going to be nice. When it gets like in the 60s or low 70s, I don't know, at night, you want to put this on. It's so pretty. Oh, I love the purpley blue. I wish I had more of it in there, but I started with the red, and then I decided to do all the colors. I was just going to have a red one, but then I thought, oh no, these colors are too beautiful, so I bought all the 4 colors. That was great fun. It's just a real simple crochet shawl that beginners can do, which I'm perennially a beginner in crochet, but I sure love it. Sometimes when I start to knit, I try to chain with my knitting needles. I try to make chain. Like, what's wrong? Why isn't this working? Oh, knitting needles, not crochet hooks. Well, I showed you a long time ago. Let me get that ball out. This ball, it was bigger then. It was way big. and some other ones that are similar that I dyed at the beginning. Like this is old Hobby Lobby white yarn that I thought would work fine. It doesn't work fine. It fuzzes up and it gets real hard and sticky. But the colors are okay. The colors are nice. And I put it in the dye that, when you put it in, the dye separates into the reds and the blues. And it turns out this dye had a lot of this pale blue in it. I don't know how that works. But it separates in there, so it dyes the yarn different colors instead of just purple. It's supposed to be just purple. It's Wilton cake icing dye. It changes inside the dye pot. So anyway, I had 3 balls of this stuff, and some of it was mostly all blue. So I made a big, giant scarf. Just a big, giant scarf with purple on the ends, you know. And I learned how to do a new stitch for me called a double herringbone. So that was fun. I did the whole body of it, the blue part, in this double herringbone. And some of this blue is almost white. See right there? It's almost white. But then other parts of it are real pretty turquoise. But anyway, it all came from the same dye pot. All these colors. Isn't that interesting? And the bottoms, you know, I'm not great at crochet. I love it, but you know. I just did triples. So it looks kind of holy, but it's just triples crochet. Triples are fun to make. Anyway. So I just gave it a little different look. When I block it, this will be more straight. They're curly now. But think how warm on the winter's day. Oh my God, it's worsted weight wool. Ooh, oh, it's hot. It'll be very nice. Nice big useful thing. That's what I like. So I made my yarn that I wasn't pleased with. I almost threw it out and said, oh, it's a dud. But then I thought, well, why don't I try to make something? So I made my disappointment into a good thing. I like it. I'm going to wear it this winter. And because I'm just on the crochet, not everything's crochet, don't worry. On the crochet kick, I made a hat from, if you watch YouTube videos, crochet videos, you've seen Bag a Day. This lady named Crystal, and she had the directions for making this hat. You can just follow along with her like she's in your house, you know. You can wear that any way you want. Anyway, I showed my daughter, who's 41. I showed her, because we talk by Zoom, and I showed her my hat, and she wants it. I was so pleased. She's never wanted a knitted thing I make. So I was very pleased. So I'm going to send her that in the mail. Now that I've shown it to you, I had to keep it until I showed you. It's called a basket weave thing, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be at all. And it's so fun. You know, in plain yarn, in one color yarn, I bet that would be really nice. I bet it would look like a basket instead of an Easter basket. That looks like an Easter basket. This was just made with, I don't have any right here, that Red Heart Super Saver stripes called Retro Stripe. It's a nice color. I like it. So, but after all these big things, these big shells and stuff, I wanted to make something small. And also was running out of, I was running out of dishcloths. Mine are wearing out. I've had them for over 12 years. I made them and I use them every day. So I made a couple. You know, just grandma's favorite. Easy. So practical. God, I love them. You should see my other ones. I should have brought them. They're just so ragtag. They've been washed so many times. They're all pale color. They're all off-white or something, you know. When they started blue and green and pink and stuff. So now I got 2. I'm going to throw 2 away and put these in there. Put these 2 in there. I've been having a great time. Great time. Okay, now those are my finished things. Now, this, I have so many projects just sitting here, drives me crazy. But, you know, pandemic, where am I going to go? May as well sit here and do all the projects. This is still going on. It's like a boxy kind of, but easier. It's stockinette too. It's not a garter. It's a Hoagie Locatelli. Yes, it is. Summer shirt, or summer's going, but I'm almost done. I'm supposed to be 14 inches. I'm 13 inches. It's fingering weight. It takes forever. It's forever. But that'll be done soon. And it does look kind of big. Well, maybe I'm bigger than I think I am. I don't know. But if it's too big, it can just be like a vest this winter. I'll wear it over a shirt. I hope we have a cold winter. I hope we have any kind of winter. I hope we don't just die. Nevada's next door to California, and we get all the smoke from their fires. We can't go outside. No one is recommended to go outside anymore because of the smoke. You can't see anything out there. It's just smoke. You can't see the hills. Sometimes you can't see across the street. We can't today. Sometimes the wind goes in a different direction and we get some relief. But, and then also some of those fires are in Nevada. Some of them are right here. But California is just in such a mess. It's just frightening. Those people are so scared, and I'm scared for them. And I'm also scared because we're right next door, and it could easily come up here. All of those fires could easily just burn all the way up here. Because we're only 4 hours away, and that's nothing to a forest fire, and there's plenty of forest here. I had to wipe my glasses off. So, I hope we get a winter. And then, I don't want to dwell on it, but I'm not shy to say, if we don't get a change in government at this election, sayonara, everybody. We're all going to be dead, so. Things aren't really looking up right now. But I'm making great progress with my baby sweater, baby blanket. It's almost ready to put the border on. It's going to be 32 by 32. Right now it's 27 or 28 by 32. So let's see if I got the right way. Yeah, this is the right way. So when it gets to be 32 long, I will stop and put a cream white border, just like in here. The white here will be the border. I don't know what kind. Maybe I saw a really cute border once that was just moss stitch or granite stitch or linen stitch. Maybe you call it linen stitch. That's a nice border. I could do something fancier, but I don't know. Borders are an interesting thing in crochet. They can really be fancy or plain, but they all look great, even plain ones. And then, what, did I bring it? Oh, I didn't bring it. I'm making a Veronica. Veronica, it's a sweater shrug thing. And here it is. I have a lot to go. You have to repeat. I'm on the place where you're doing the back. I'm making the back now. You have to do 43 repeats of 4 rows. Oh, that's a long ways. I've only done 12. Here's the sleeve of it and the collar. It's going to be quite attractive. This is a nice yarn I've had for ages. I'm glad I finally found a use for it. It's Malabrigo Reels in the Bobby Blue color. Bobby Blue. Isn't that pretty? That's going to be nice. It's a shrug cardigan. I didn't bring the pattern, doggone it. So I've been talking nonstop. Didn't ask how you were. Not that I could hear your answers, but I hope you're just doing great. Oh, I like you. I think about you guys all the time. Especially in general, but also in particular the ones who write to me. I think, I wonder what Rita's doing, Joanne, people I remember. I know because I don't say your name doesn't mean anything. I have memory like a sieve, But who, if you write me all the time, you put comments, I love it, and I consider you my friends. I think about you all the time. I wonder what you're doing, what you're making, what you would say about this or that, what you would think about it, what you think about this pattern or whatever. It's fun having you in my life, I must say. Drink of water. I'm doing a kind of different keto this time. But I'm not buying all those fancy gadgets and those things they advertise on the Facebook and stuff, keto pancake mix, keto cookie. I bought those and they taste horrible, and I don't buy them again. But I waste my money the first time on them. That was last time. This time, no. I'm just eating ordinary things. What I found is really good is those tuna. It's like, my favorite is lemon pepper tuna in a little pouch. It's a little foil pouch, like, and you tear the top off and you put it on I put it on my salad. Just put green lettuce and then pour that on there, and some blue cheese, which is good on keto. You can have blue cheese dressing. Oh, that's good. Oh, I love it. Have that. And, just hamburger patty, some kind of cauliflower things. They have frozen cauliflower now that has almost no carbs. It's frozen cauliflower with a few little other things, maybe mushroom or something to give it a little taste. No flavor. I have that. And there's any other little thing I can put on there, a couple nuts or something, but all keto things, but normal things you can find. I'm not spending all my money on keto products anymore. That's silly. The only product I really buy is MCT oil, which is really good for you. So I have that. I put that in my coffee. And I stopped having whole milk, even though I love it. And I'm having half and half instead. I had to get used to the half and half taste. And I'm almost used to it now. I like whole milk better, but it has more carbs. The higher you go in the fat range, the lower the carbs. And you just have less of it, but you don't have milk because it's got a lot of carbs. Oh well. And the thing is, I could ignore all that like I did before. I could just do what I want, but you won't lose weight if you don't cut the carbs. You have to make them real low so you can lose weight. Later on, when you're at the weight you want, you can raise your carbs up and eat like more of a human, more like normal folks eat, but not when you're trying to lose, because carbs is the culprit. It's the thing that keeps you fat, and you want to burn that fat, so you want to eat fat. I'm glad it works. Don't ask me why it works. I know it does. And so, I've been doing this for over a year now, but I had that period in the middle where I ate wherever I wanted. I went off. I went crazy. I had candy, I had pie, apple pie, and I ate whatever the hell I wanted. And I didn't feel good. I gained 5 pounds, and that food didn't taste good anymore. I never thought apple pie with ice cream on top would not taste good, and it didn't. Not to me. It lost the zing, it lost the wonderfulness, and so I don't have any of that. Apples, you can't even eat raw apples, really, if you want to lose weight. It's got too much sugar in it. Later, when I weigh what I want to weigh, and I'm stable, I can have an apple, of course, or part of an apple, of course. But not now, not if you want to lose. So anyway, I'm having apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon into a big old glass of water. That's my delicious drink. And then I put 4 ice cubes. The ice cubes make it good for me. If something's really, really cold, I love it. I love really, really cold. And the vinegar is just barely tasty. You can just barely taste it. But it's supposed to be real good for you, so I'm drinking it. Somebody last time asked me what books I was reading, and I said, books? I wasn't reading anything. But I have now. I've got some books, and I haven't really started them, but they look good. This one, The Great Goddess. I don't like this. It looks too familiar. I simply resembled this quite a bit at one time. I'm still doing a little bit. But we don't know what this meant. This could have been goddess. It could have been a sexual thing men just carried around for their jollies, or who knows, but it's ancient. It's ancient, and I want to know about this. Although I think I've already know that we don't know much about the great goddesses and the goddess religions because they didn't write them down at all. They just barely, when the men took over and made everything a man god, they didn't even write at the beginning that. They wrote later, so if we could just go back in time and find out, what was it like then? Was it better then? It would just be interesting to know what they believed. So anyway, I'm going to read this to see what they, it's written by scientists or archaeologists, by someone who knows what she's talking about. She knows more than anybody else probably. So I'm going to read that. This one, Women of the Celts. I haven't started these books. I just got them. But when I can settle down and read. Oh, I know I love this because I love the Celts. I love learning about the Celts. And I just got my DNA back. They do, every so often they do an update on it. Because they test so many people, they can do update on your thing. And I'm less Swedish and more Norwegian. I was very happy because I think Norway's a marvelous country, a marvelous place. I wish I could go so bad. Turns out I'm 16% Norwegian. Wow. 33% Swede. 15% Scottish. I never said that before. They said I was Irish. I'm not Irish. I'm Scottish. And then a little tiny bit of the little countries near Russia, those little Serbian countries, like 3% or something of those little countries, like Czechoslovakia, whatever. All those little places, which I never knew, I have no knowledge of those places. I'm going to learn, though. I'm going to read about it, especially. And then Wales. Big new section of Wales. Wow, I think I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Oh, man. I never have anything where I want it. Okay, I don't know where it went. Wales? Well, I'll be damned. I know nothing about Wales, so I'm going to learn about all these different countries and, But I know that Norway has all those tales, fairy tales, and wonderful crafts. That's my favorite ancestry. That's my favorite part of my blood. If I can have a favorite, it would be Norway. And someday I'd love to go there. Someday when America's allowed to leave, when we aren't banned from everywhere because of our rotten politics and disease-ridden selves. Although coronavirus would have to knock on the door and then beat on the door and then force its way in to get into my blood, because I ain't going outside. I stay in this house. I'm a hermit. I'm a hermit. Go out very seldom, and when I do, I'm covered with those wipes. I got like two or three of them in my hand. I got the mask. I don't touch nothing. I don't talk to nobody. I just go get my stuff and leave. And I don't do that maybe once a week, maybe less than once a week. I'm not getting that thing. I don't want it. Just I want to go to Norway someday. Damn it. My other book. You guys are going to think I'm really nuts. Probably because I am really nuts. But I decided to just let you know this is what I read. About fairies. I believe in fairies. And or those other gnomes and those other little people. I've never told anybody that. Telling YouTube. I don't think it's a secret anymore. Oh, it's neat. It's a really neat book. It's all about it. Fairies and goblins and sylphs. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Sylphs. Elves. Oh God, I love those little people. I asked them over a year ago. I was sitting in the living room. It was almost dark, and I just said to the world, I invite you in. I invite the Magic Kingdom into my house. Please come in. Just come in. And that's when our cat came and found us. our wild kitty. We have a wild striped kitty that came and adopted us. Now he lives in the house. Well, he goes in and out constantly, but he lives here. And then I got some plants. And all my plants just grow like weeds. They just grow like weeds. Well, they grow fast and beautifully. They just grow. I have to keep cutting them a little bit, and I hate to do it, but I have to because they won't fit in the pods. And I don't have a huge spot here. I just have a windowsill garden. I'm looking at it right now. It's behind you. And let me see if I can make you see it. Let me see my windowsill. There they are. There they are. I have more. I have more in the other room too. They're a little bit bigger. They got big, and I just give them bigger pots. And one has a pot this big, and it wants to grow bigger. Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't have the house. I didn't say come in and take over the house, but I think these plants and this cat are a response to my wish to have this other world come in and let me experience it. Let me learn about you. If you're real, and I think you are. I want to know. So I'm having a great time in this house. It's like this is my wonderland in here, especially my new room with my stuff. I dyed some yarn the other day. I mostly dye fingering yarn. It's more easy to handle than big worsted weight things. I don't do worsted weight. So, but this one was fun. Look at all the colors. And you know how I did it? I took a skein of white yarn. I put it in this here jar. I stuck it in there. I poured it with water and vinegar. Shook it up. Then I stuck in Easter egg tablets. I think you get 6 with it, each box. I bought a bunch on Amazon. A bunch of products. They're $2 each. I bought a bunch of them. I put this here, there, and everywhere around the white yarn, and you make sure it's wet. The little tabs aren't sticking up into the air. Make sure they're all down wet all over. And then you put it out in the sun and leave it all day. And in Nevada, you got sun. You got some hot sun up here because we're in the desert. So it cooks in there. And I took it out, and it was this big, long, you could see lots of white, but there were stripes of every color of the rainbow on it. And when I wound it up on my nifty ball winder and my Swift, I got this. Isn't it something? I know the light is blowing it out. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't. Well, I'm going to make something. Maybe socks. I think socks would be really cute with all these colors. But there's everything. There's yellow, orange, green, blue, red. Yellow, orange, green, blue, red. But no purple. That is the problem. If I dyed up a purple one, thought maybe somehow I can add them together. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to have purple. But I love this purple. Oh, that's a pretty one. It turned into a tonal one, so it's all shades of purple. And I made another one too. Oh, where did it go? I don't know where it went. Darn it. Made another nice green one. I make a lot of greens because green's my favorite color. So I made that one. Here's a nice one. Pretty. Oh, that's going to be nice. I started making a sweater with it, and I thought, if I make another fingering weight sweater, I'm going to go out of my mind. No, I don't think so. At least a DK, maybe sport, but no, I think DK is the smallest I want to do. And then I found a bunch of yarn that was just sitting around that I wound on. I didn't dye this one, but that's pretty. It would go with a lot of these colors, like the pink. See, I put orange in here, and you can see it in this light. You can see the orange spots. That would be pretty. Make something. Oh, I have another blue that's even better. This blue, I don't know if it's better, but it's deeper. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Deep, deep blue and light blue. That'll be pretty. And since I'm looking at them, I go to the nail parlor twice a month. And I have this beautiful brown this time. Oh, it's a pretty brown. Like coffee or something. I don't know what color I'll get next time. Time before this it was purple. The time before that it was blue. Beautiful blue. Oh, it was a good blue. It was like this color blue. Like that color blue. Okay, have I shown everything? You know I have. So, I've got some yarn over here though. It's dying to be used, and I'm dying to use it. It is so gorgeous. I have 5 whole balls of this stuff. It's Red Heart, Super Saver, favorite rainbow or something, favorite color, favorite stripe. I have 5 balls of it. I could make something fantastic. It's rainbow stripe, bright rainbow stripe. I have 5 of them. I don't know what to make. As you can see, I started something here and then thought, nah. It was going to be a blanket, and I don't want a blanket. I don't want a blanket this color. I'd like to have some nice brown, calm blankets. Oh, I do have one over there I can get and show you. I've started a nice brown blanket, different browns and reds. I'm using up my scraps. I have lots of scraps left over I have lots of nice, expensive DK yarns from Madeline Tosh and Cascade and whatnot. They're left over from sweaters I made 1 year ago and 2 years ago. So I'm going to put them all in a blanket. That would be pretty. I'll show you how it's turning out. And this pattern I got from Anya Speaks on Ravelry, YouTube. She's from the UK. Let me get it. Sorry to leave you like that. I got a big crochet tote thing. Put all my crochet in this one. But here is, let me put a marker in here so it doesn't pull out. It's just this. But these were all different sweaters I made last year and the year before. And so I make stripes. It's just a V-stitch blanket, but when you're done, you make a really interesting border. You make an interesting border that's singles, and you do it like 4 rows here, and then 4 rows on the other side. Then you join the two. You join the two, and then you can join all your ends inside. You don't have to sew them in. It's really interesting. It's going to be great. The colors are going to be good. And kind of Christmassy, isn't it? I was thinking I might make a blanket for Christmas for my husband. I don't know if he'd wear it or use it. He would if it got cold enough, I guess. He's not big on knitted things. But I love the colors. So those are my colors. I have lots of them. I have like 3 each of these, which won't make a whole blankie. So I'll have to use different colors after a while, but I have plenty of leftovers, DKs. Yeah. Then if I get bored, I can make a scarf. You can always cheat and say, I wanted to make a scarf. That's what I was doing in the first place. Because you're just sick of it. No, I won't. This will make a nice blanket for the couch. And it's all superwash DK, so I can wash it in the washing machine. So, my dears, that is what I've been doing. I've been having a good time, despite the fact that I get apoplexy every time I watch the news. There's never any good news, hardly. And when I get on the scale, I still haven't lost hardly anything. I lose so slowly. When I was first on the keto, I lost 22 pounds or something right away. Boom. Now, I've been on here 8 weeks and I've only lost 10. It's not as much fun. Now I'm stuck on a plateau. I go up 1 pound, and the next day I'm down a pound. The next day I'm up a pound, and I'm down a pound. I'm just staying at the same place, So I think I just have to kick my butt and eat even fewer carbs. I may only eat 20 now, 20 or less. I make 15 or less would be the thing. She just eat fat all day long, and that's not always something I want to do. But those are high grade problems. You know, some people don't have any food. So I'm going to say goodbye and see you next time, and I hope to hear from each and all of you. Bye.